What's up, guys? I'm going to be talking about fear-based anxiety symptoms. Go ahead and smash the like button down below if you're ready to kick anxiety in the butt. Leave me a comment as well. Let me know if you are dealing with any of these. I'm sure some of you are. Now, it is important to note that some fears can actually start or cause or spark your anxiety disorders. That happened to me, but I'm going to be attacking this video from a symptom point of view because there were fears or fear-based symptoms that I developed after anxiety disorder came into my life. So I'm going to go over a few of the most common ones. The first one are like specific phobia type fears, like the fear of driving, the fear of heights, the fear of flying, certain arachnophobia, fears of certain things, agoraphobia. These are some of the issues that I dealt with after I developed anxiety disorder. For instance, the fear of heights and the fear of flying. I had zero issues with these before I developed panic disorder. I loved to get on planes. It was a fun experience for me. I didn't mind getting on top of a ladder, climbing a tree, being on a tower, being in a tall building, being on a mountainside, and I loved roller coasters. I loved them. I was a roller coaster junkie. I was the guy that would ride the biggest roller coaster 15 times in a row, and I'd wait the extra just to be in the first row seating. So I had zero issues with this. After I developed panic disorder, man, oh man, you would not catch me doing any of that. Fear of driving. I'm not going to say that I was extreme because I had to drive, so I didn't refuse to drive because I needed to work. But I would have panic attacks in the car, so anytime I knew I had to drive more than like 5 minutes, I would freak out and I would probably have a panic attack just about every single time. So I had this fear of like long trips. I'm not going to say a fear of driving, but in long trips by meaning like 5 to 10 miles. If it was somewhere close, I was okay with that. But those are the main fears, specific phobia type fears that crept into my life. Now, another one is the fear of death and dying. This actually was one of the major root causes of my anxiety disorders, which included generalized anxiety disorder, health anxiety, panic disorder, and then that led to social anxiety. I even dealt with bouts of depression. But the fear of death and dying was actually a root cause of mine. But some of you guys out there will have never really have thought about that until you developed anxiety disorder. So you have to understand that anxiety itself is fear-based, so it's a fear in general that gets anchored in our subconscious mind, that changes our thought patterns, that makes them more irrational. We think about, more negativity. We have this negative mindset. We see the glass half empty. So you need to realize it's easy to become afraid of things. And the fear of death is another common one that you may have not dealt with before your anxiety days. Another one that's very, very common is the fear of going crazy. This is something that I dealt with, especially when I was dealing with depersonalization or derealization, and whenever I had panic attacks, because with my depersonalization, I felt detached, okay? I felt detached from reality. I had this weird high feeling that wasn't good. Also, with my panic attacks and the adrenaline was going through my body like crazy, I would even have like blurred vision. I would hallucinate. I felt like my health anxiety meant that I was insane because how could I go to the doctor over and over and over and not believe somebody? But the truth is, and this is a little bit of reassurance, if you're able to sit here and question if you're insane and you have this horrible fear of being insane, then you're probably not insane, because people that are insane do not even realize or question if they are insane. So just some reassurance there. Anxiety is just a negative way that we handle adversity. So it brings a lot of symptoms that make us feel like we're going crazy, but you are not going crazy. So hopefully I can give you a little bit of reassurance there. So yes, certain phobias, the fear of death or dying, the fear of going crazy, and actual health anxiety. Hypochondria can actually come about after developing just general anxiety, because you have a lot of physical symptoms that come from that. And you may have not worried about your health before, but now that you're having all these physical symptoms of anxiety, they're scaring you. Things like chest pain, things like rashes, things like chills, temperature changes in your body, muscle aches, various pains. Anxiety is a very painful issue. Muscle tension, in my honest opinion, is the culprit for most of your anxiety-related symptoms. But this can lead to you developing health anxiety or signs of health anxiety. Now, health anxiety, I believe you need to be obsessing about your health on a daily basis for 6 months. So it's very possible that you could have health anxiety episodes, but not really, meet the criteria to be officially diagnosed with health anxiety. So guys, these are some of the fear-based symptoms, and I'm not going to go over every little thing because there literally can be a fear about everything. But I was easily startled. I was very jumpy. I was I was afraid of so many different things. I was afraid of somebody breaking in my home at night, things that I just didn't think about and fear as much before my anxiety disorder. And a lot of that was brought on by negative thinking. So I want you guys to realize that. Guys, all of my tips for anxiety are below. If you haven't tried to follow my plan, please do it, guys. It's down there. Also, if you haven't tried therapy, there's therapy down below. It's cheaper than in person. Also, there are tons of people that you can choose from, so you can find a therapist that's actually right for you. I do not replace a therapist. That might be something that I do in the future, but right now I'm not qualified to be your therapist. I just try to help you out as much as I can. So that's available. You can do it on your phone, so you don't have to leave your house. So if you have agoraphobia or you deal with panic attacks while driving, you don't even have to leave the house. You can do therapy just like I am talking to you right now. There are 3 amazing journals down there. You need to be journaling in the mornings. If you can, do it twice a day along with your meditation. There's a meditation journal. It's going to take the journaling and meditation, put it together. Bam, you'll learn how to do both. There's a morning journal, also a fat loss and nutrition journal, because diet is very important when you're trying to recover from anxiety. Word to your mother. Also, my Facebook group, our Facebook group is down below. I always say that. I don't mean it, I promise. Huge family down there. And that's why I'm saying it's not my Facebook. We are a huge community now, basically. It's like a city of people with anxiety disorders. We try to help each other out, support each other. It's over 19,000 members. We are growing so freaking fast. It's mind-boggling. Also, my Snapchat, my Twitter, my Instagram. If you have not joined those 3 social networks, do me a favor. Go join them today. Subscribe if you haven't, and if this is the first time you're watching. I have a ton of videos like this over your mental health. I'm going to be adding a lot more in the future, so stay tuned. Hit the notification bell even if you are subscribed so you can get a notification whenever I actually put my video out so you don't miss anything. Again, like this video if you got value. Leave me a comment as well if you dealt with any of these symptoms. Guys, thank you so much. I love you all. I will talk to you later.